There. Time for Jaya and her marching powder. Dig into. Okay, who's next? Oh, do you want to go Jaya? You want to go Jaya? Yeah, maybe she does drink. I don't know. Let's go Jaya. That's what M was saying. Oh, the button talk. Yeah. I'm still not sure what she's implying. Was she implying that we're like removing our clothing, or was she implying that we're losing it? Where were you on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and that's it? Did Dekker call Nathan the day he was murdered? I should ask Nathan. Okay, let's ask Nathan. This is cool. I like it. We can like jump in between. No, Jaya's not a patient. She's like a Dr. Dekker's assistant. So let's ask Nathan. Did Dr. Dekker call you Valentine's Day?
I'm not sure what you're getting at. Can you spell it out for me?
Fuck. Let's keep it simple here. Let's go with phone call.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
What do you mean, Em? What are you talking about, Em? Oh, I shouldn't put that in my mouth. God knows where these glasses have been. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's why I think I want to get one of those, like a really good headset mic. Because I'm always bumping into this thing. Yeah, we all fiddle with ours. Okay, phone call.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Probably because of Hannah.
I meant I wasn't in the mood to talk to Dr. Dekker.
Okay, that's it then.
I don't know.
Do we follow? Do I go back to Jaya?
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Wait, who's Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
Okay, what about the hobby?
Tom liked to base jump. That's
strange?
basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground.
Yeah, we all do that, right?
He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
He can fly? Tom likes the base jump. Jaya likes the free base. Okay. Did Tom fly? Obviously he flew away.
Tom liked to base jump.
How do
That's
we follow up on this,
basically
though?
falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute.
How do we
Can you
follow
guess
up
what
on
happened?
that? Tom died.
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
Credfield 6. What's up? Welcome. Wait, he got hit by a rock? How does... Whoa, okay. That was weird. So... He was... Let me just listen to that again.
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
So he was gonna jump without the parachute, and then he got hit by a rock. Is that my understanding that right? Yeah, why did she want to say goodbye? She had a thing for him, maybe?
I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. It was so sudden. You know, here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
He resigned. He resigned. With the M.
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. You know, it's sad, but doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that.
Oh. So Alderby is like... It's like Dr. Dekker's boss. Check out that evidence. It's a biggin. I don't know. It might take me a while to read this, guys. 11th February. To whom it may concern, please accept this letter as notice of my intention to resign from my position. Intention to resign, but did not actually resign in the letter. Wow, that's some compelling evidence. What a resignation letter. Almost as long as the Trump's letter to Comey firing him.
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. You know, it's sad, but doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here.
How many copies of the letter are we getting?
Professor Alderby and the Trust.
Okay, let's find out about
technically
Alderby.
do that.
Alderby. McDonald's employees have more elaborate resignation letters than that? Yeah, I know. Some sort of form to legally resign from a position. I don't know. I guess it depends on what position it is. I'm gonna ask about Alderby.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
What is this? What is this place? Is this practice like a publicly run corporation? If it is, why is it like one room with 3 pieces of furniture? Can we speak to someone else with it? They're all really creepy, Broad Horse Kid. I'm not gonna lie. She's actually probably one of the more normal ones. Actually, no, she is one of the creepiest ones because she's like feigning normality. Trustee.
I think I'm going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker. It's just a thing that he does. I'm sure he'll come and visit you at some stage, so please play along.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting.
I think
How
I'm
else?
going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker.
Post. Credfield is asking, how can we work there but know nothing about how people are hired, fired, etc.? Well, we just started, so I guess that's the reason why. It's a University Hospital Treatment Center. Oh yeah, could be. Could be. What was I gonna ask? It's also, yeah, we might be a detective as well and not... We might be like a detective first and a doctor second. Maybe we're trained in psychology, but we're detective. That's not really clear, I don't think. What, like, anything like about our past and so on and so forth. Test? Right.
Test is the wrong word. More like gently guide. Professor Alderby had a lot of good advice to offer the young psychiatrists. He really helps them focus on where the problems are.
So he's young.
I can't help you with that, sorry.
She's not comfortable on the sofa, I guess so. Okay, how else? How else can we follow
I
this up?
think I'm going to get into trouble now.
Okay, trouble. Maybe trouble.
This practice is owned by a trust. They make all the money and leave me to make all the decisions, which generally means making lots of money. I headhunted Dr. Dekker. And you?
Okay, there's more. Jaya will do that.
This practice is owned by a trust. They
already asked
make
about the
all
trust.
the money and leave me to make all the decisions, which generally means making lots of money. I headhunted Dr. Dekker. And you?
How should we follow up on that one? Yeah, I could ask.
I don't know about that, Doctor.
She doesn't know about that, Doctor Lavi. Headhunting, maybe?
I'm not trying to hide anything.
Oh,
I
good
just
call.
don't know.
No, not a good call. You think she has an unhealthy and inappropriate thing for shrinks? Maybe. Maybe we should go in a different direction. I'm just going to type a hint here. Yeah, I think we need to, like, bring it back.
Hey, you. Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
Grief.
Oh, I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
No, 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 no. We're talking about you here.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did.
Ah.
What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Ah. The other two seem far less uncomfortable sitting on a shrink sofa. You think she's suspicious? Yeah, I agree too. I agree too. So, what do you think of the other patients?
Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred. Some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that kind of confirms that we're not really police.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's...
You think ask about specific patients? Nathan, what were the other one?
Elin seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
So there's Elin. Who else is there? Bryce. Let's ask about the ones we already talked to.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
Christopher Odd! How you doing, sir? Why is she bending over the couch? I didn't notice. Why are you looking at her bending over the couch? She was adjusting the photo. Christopher Odd. Speaking of sex-crazed maniacs. Are all the patients sex-crazed serial killers? I think at least one is. I kind of missed that. I want to listen to it again.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
I think Christopher Odd was undressing her with his eyes as well. I tuned into the stream. I see 3-foot hair and chick bending over the couch. Needless to say, I was confused. You're a proctologist, Odd? I didn't know that. Okay, let's keep asking. Claire, did we ask? I don't think we asked about Claire.
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Maybe she just doesn't like you. I'm saying we could be an undercover FBI or something like that. Yeah, actually, that makes sense, right? Because we are really trying to find out what's going on with Dekker, so it would make sense that we're undercover. Mariana.
Mariana is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
Speaking of following people, you should go follow Christopher Odd on Twitch. I'm sure he'll stream someday. And YouTube. He's the reason why I started streaming and doing the YouTube. And I mean follow him in real life. Just because Chris knows a lot about being an ass doesn't make him a metrologist. Sweet burn seek. Her Cthulhu necklace is trendy as fuck, yeah. Okay, Nathan? Did we ask about, I think we asked about Nathan, right? Yeah. Lacey.
I think you might be barking up the wrong tree there.
Are these not real people?
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
Sorry.
weird. Autocorrect. Sure, seek. Blame the autocorrect. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Numb.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work...
Yeah, let's ask about the chats.
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid.
Doctor Dekker? No. No confidence.
It's very interesting that you asked me that. It's not something I can answer, though.
I think she's gonna. I always think she's gonna like answer more, but it's actually just one of her generic responses.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd...
Is solitary?
Sorry, Doctor. I don't know.
Doesn't know.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man.
Listener.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sorry.
Maybe you need to listen more carefully. Sorry.
It hadn't even been a year.
Maybe like a year.
I think you might be barking up the wrong... It hadn't even been a year. 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 He was a... It hadn't even been a year.
Sorry, I
He was a quiet,
blacked out there for a
solitary
second.
man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
We asked her about all the patients that I can remember. Fit in?
I don't know. We'd work late together on all sorts of things.
There it is.
He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order. Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
Referral letters?
Yes. Letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Can we get that evidence? Where's the evidence? No. Maybe there's something in this letter that we're not seeing. I don't see it. Oh, the 11th of February.
I don't know about that, Doctor. I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. Sorry, Doctor. I don't know.
Common experience, maybe.
It's very interesting that you asked me that. It's not something I can answer, though.
Oh, I thought she was gonna answer it. Dr. Dekker was crazy. He looked for order to defeat God's chaos. Could be. Oh, I think we've like... Yeah, we've gone down that path. Let's check out Numb
It hadn't
again.
even been a year.
Oh, God.
He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Day before resignation?
I can't help you with that. Sorry. I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think
I don't know anything about that, I'm
chats.
afraid.
What about the trouble?
This practice is owned by a trust.
We asked about the
They
trust.
make all the money and leave me to make...
How about money? Money.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sorry.
Decisions?
I don't know.
Doesn't know anything about decisions.
This practice is owned by a trust.
I'm gonna go hint. When I'm like just get stuck in one of these things, I don't see any reason to not just look up a hint. About Ben. Oh.
So, should I get a solicitor or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Oh, right. Of course. That's it. That was like the reason she wanted to talk to us, right? Was the solicitor. And I guess we don't answer that yet. Oh, there's a whole thing though.
So, should I get a solicitor or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Ben was the one that found Dr. Dekker, if I remember correctly. Should we try it? Let's talk it out with him.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
Oh.
It's very interesting that you asked me that. It's not something I can answer, though.
Mom.
I don't know about that, Doctor.
Ben's mom. Ben's mom?
She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
That's it? Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get some coffee and some water. And we're gonna continue this after. So we're gonna talk to Bryce, Claire, Elin or Ellen, and Nathan.